Being in the belly of the whale was meant for a reason. It's not as a punishment, but Jonah doesn't see that. Yo, what's up everybody, VeggieTales here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Jonah, a VeggieTales movie about most of our veggie gang, Bob the Tomato, Laura Carrot, Dad Asparagus, and the rest trying to get to the Twippo concert. But all that grinds it to a halt unexpectedly. So they stopped at a seafood restaurant and asked for directions. But that's when Junior Asparagus meets the pirates who don't do anything. Larry the Cucumber, Pa Grape, and Mr. Lunt, and they tell a biblical story of Jonah and the whale. Well, it's basically like a backstory about how they began their journey with Jonah to Nineveh, who's actually Archibald Asparagus, if you didn't notice. So Jonah's quest is that he has to deliver God's message to Nineveh and stop the people from doing violent deeds and slapping them with fish? Well, technically that makes sense because raw fish are the most disgusting and smelly things to use as weapons. Hope Gollum's not too happy with that. Well, losing his precious was bad enough for him, but the fish? That's an even more precious thing to him, if you get my reference. Now, true story, this was my first movie to see in cinemas everywhere with my family back in 2002. And what's funny about it is that I used to be terrified of going to the actual theaters themselves when I was young. Anyways, the animation on this movie was fabulous. Like, the pirate ship shots were cinematic. I mean, some were not great, but they're not terrible either. The cinematography, on the other hand, that's the one thing that needs to get fixed up. But other than that, it's good. The character development and articulation looks like the actual characters from the TV series. Because when I was young, I used to watch VeggieTales, both in my local church and at home as well. But now, since I'm older, it's still an okay show, but it's just that I'm too old for it. The sound, when I first saw it, was very loud for me, like the storm sequence. It used to be too intense when I was young in the movies. But now, since I'm older, it was an awesome scene that got me pumped up. It was intense, sure, but it's fast-paced, fun, and exciting. It truly amps up the momentum and effort to the characters and the film as well. The moral of the story was lovely. Giving people second chances even though they don't deserve it? Yes, please. That's the thing I gotta learn as well, because you can't get second chances from people in a desperate manner because you blew your chance. Second chances are given to you when you prove that you're worthy to get a second chance. 1 John 1:9 says that if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. That's the thing I learned from church, and I have to obey that verse given to me. So in the end, Jonah, a VeggieTales movie, was a work of fiction, but still, the story itself was an adaptation of Jonah. So, I rate Jonah, a VeggieTales movie, 4 out of 5 stars. I know there's another VeggieTales movie, The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, but that's a review for another time. Be patient. So Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. Have you seen it? If you haven't, then let me know in the comments what Christian kids movie is your favorite. But if you have, come back and let me know what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, do so, smash that like button below. That'll help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for that review. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.